together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage our defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
Philip's on mute, and so is Mia.
Hello?
No.
You just cannot get the staff these days. You really can't.
Hold on. Philip was supposed to be saying, was it? Because we're the competitors.
Anyway.
So, boo!
Yeah, that's boo! Anyway, now we've finished the behind-the-scenes shenanigans. Welcome to THFC Till I Die. A very special night. This is... We're going to have the final say in a matter that's been tearing Spurs fans apart for a couple of months. And it concerns one particular player, Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. Should we keep him or should we sell him?
Keep.
Sell.
In the keep corner, we have DERMOTRON, who's weighing in, as we're not allowed to say under the Official Secrets Act. And in the blue corner, we have the pocket rocket from Spurs Between the Lines, otherwise known as Mia. And we're not allowed to give her weight either because she's a lady and wouldn't like that sort of thing broadcast. But anyway, what we're going to do tonight, lads, is this.
Can we just call him heavyweight and I'm featherweight? There we go.
Okay, it's a heavyweight versus featherweight contest, right?
Hang on, Philip. Hang on. We'll have to get your man in now. This is worth it now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. This is the introduction to the fight. The debate.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's get this now. Let's get this right. Hang on.
The millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, bring it on.
That's the
Let's
best
get
kept
ready.
secret. We've been flown out secretly to Las Vegas over the last 48 hours to do this. Now, the fact I'm still in my same living room is the wonders of artificial intelligence. You think I'm at home, but I'm actually in Las Vegas. I don't know what Dermot's looking.
Yeah, hang on, David. Would you please put that show girl down? Leave it. That's it. We'll come. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. She's looking at me thinking I've lost the plot completely.
No, Dermot's gone to Las Vegas looking for Elvis because he reckons he's still alive. You know?
He is. There is the ghost of Elvis in the International Hotel.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Apparently he walks around looking for cheeseburgers every night, but he can never find them.
He wants to keep Hojbjerg. He thinks we're winning the Premier League, and now he thinks there's a ghost somewhere. You're losing the plot, man. You need to go to a hospital.
Anyway,
Maybe
here's
you're
the
right.
rules.
Maybe you're
Here's
not.
the rules, such as they are for this, right? Now, first of all, there is no punching below the belt, no biting, no scratching, or pulling of hair, right?
Damn.
Anything else
Damn.
goes. Huh? Now,
We
what we're going to
both
do
said
now
damn.
is we're going to give each contestant 5 minutes to make their point. Dermot, why we should keep Pierre Hojbjerg, and Mia to say just the opposite. And on the rules of debate, what we're going to do is after each 5 minutes, I'll be taking notes. And when the two people have had their say, I'll be asking questions. And I want anyone in the chat, if you've got a question for either of the contestants, just put Mia or Dermot in the title and send in the question, and we'll ask those questions.
And
was a
also
poll-
hashtag Team Mia as well. We don't want to be Team
Yeah.
Dermot.
And
hashtag Team Mia.
and hashtag Team Dermotron.
And hashtag do what you're told goes in there as well, right? Now, also, we're going to have a poll in the chat. Very simple. There's going to be 2 words on the poll, Dermot or Mia. Whoever wins has to buy a round of drinks for the other one, right?
Yeah,
Happy
but
enough
we
with
both
that?
don't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
happy
neither
enough.
of us drink, so it'd be coffee for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Coffee
that's
for me
okay.
too.
That's okay. So, right. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to get started, and we're going to
Are we going
hand
to
you
welcome
over.
people into the chat, Philip?
Oh, well, yes, we could do that first, all right, just to see who
Yeah.
we've got.
We've got
My little notebook ready here.
we've got Tequila 316 saying fight.
And you know, there's only going to be one winner if there's a fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
Go on,
Oh,
then,
she's
Philip. go on.
confident. She's confident. Okay, Full-Time Sports Network saying, good evening, everyone. How are you, lads? How are you, Colin and Bobby?
Big
Hope
up,
you're doing
Colin.
well.
And please, everyone, get over to our partners channel, Full-Time Sports Network, and please get over to Spurs Between the Lines.
Yeah.
Me and Maya may be having this debate, but we do like each other.
Yeah, oh, that's it.
I just pretend I like him, guys.
Yeah, same
Sorry.
here. I pretend I like Mia too. Shush, don't tell anyone.
God, the what's it called? The sarcasm is dripping down the walls here at the minute, I tell you. Right, who's next? Tequila 316. Thanos is my father, and I'm taking that to a mention to the Avengers, of which I know absolutely. The only Avengers I know was on TV about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you hear him in the intro, Philip, talking. That's Thanos.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Lego Man giving Arsenal team talk. Anyway.
No, there could have been, but no, it was Thanos.
Yeah. And Daniela Zito saying, good evening, Daniela.
Good evening, Daniela.
Good evening, Danielle.
And Colin Cross says, good evening, all from a wet Welsh Wales.
Oh,
it's a wet
you.
everywhere tonight. I think it's raining. I won't say what it's doing here, but it's lashing down.
Oh, it's not raining here.
Is it not? Oh, the sunny south now. It never rains down there. Tequila 316 says, you're not ganging up on poor Mia, are you? We wouldn't dare, Tequila. No. We know better than that, you know.
If we did that, Philip, you and me would be dead by the morning.
We'd be dead by now, never mind the morning.
Yeah.
Have any of you watched Lucifer, Mazikeen, the demon? That's me.
Oh, right, okay.
I quite like him.
Her. Mazikeen's a girl.
I know. I was just saying that to wind you up.
Okay, you've lost me completely, but anyway, carry on. Tequila saying sell. Oh,
yes,
the votes are coming in already. Oh, lovely. And DJ Samuel has been a member for 5 months. Cheers, DJ Samuel. Great stuff. Appreciate the business. Thanks a million. And I hope you enjoy this. It's only a bit of fun, this now, but it should be interesting now. I'm looking forward to seeing what the views are and how extreme some of the views are. And I will be asking questions later, as you well can in the chat later. So now, who else have we got? Tequila again. Elvis did love Las Vegas. He did, of course. Yeah, he played there a lot. He liked the hamburgers there as well. And Elvis is in the top right-hand corner. There you are, Dermot. You're there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
How do I always think, when I get this vision of Elvis now, I always think of the Father Ted episode when the 3 lads all dressed up as Elvis, especially Father Jack.
I'm going to put something out there, right? Forget the Elvis of the late 70s, right? When he was unwell, drug-ridden, and fat like a balloon. I look at Elvis between 1968 to 1973 when he was in his prime. That man was the first artist to sing to a global audience of 1.3 billion.
They are.
And Aloha from Hawaii. That's more than the moon landing.
Right. Okay, we'll do a party political broadcast on behalf of the Elvis Party later. All right. Now, anyway, look no further. Oh, look no farther. Oh, what he means by that. Anyway, Colin Turner. Hi, Colin. Good evening to you all. Hiya, Colin. How's it going? And we've got Carl. Happy birthday, Carl.
Happy birthday, Carl.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hang on, Dermot, before you say anything,
Carl,
he wants you taken down, so maybe you want to reverse that birthday wish.
Happy birthday, Carl. Team Mia. Yes. So
I think it was my comment the other day that Carl was sitting playing with his pussy. I think that was the comment. I think that actually
He's a man of many talents, right? Okay.
I meant cow.
Right.
Cow.
Oh, right. Okay, right. Okay. Sorry.
He's got a dirty mind. He's got a dirty mind, hasn't he, Mia?
Joe, what? Carl, take no notice. He's just jealous because he don't get to stroke a pussy.
I do. Thank you very much.
Not a pussy cat, you don't.
No, I'm quite. Yeah,
No.
I'm not going down
There
that
we
road.
go.
Look, see,
I've got two of them here.
Dirty.
Actually, I've got two of them here. The next door's cats come round every evening. Anyway,
my father-in-law, right, had a chicken next door, and he fed it ginger biscuits.
Oh, jeez.
And every day, right, without fail, that chicken would turn up for his ginger biscuits.
Yeah.
Are they even good for chickens? Are they even meant to have ginger biscuits?
I don't know,
Good
but
ginger flavored eggs.
yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Carl, I'm not happy with you.
Yes, Carl. Love it.
And Daniela says, hashtag team in the middle. It could be you and me, I think, right? She's been very, very, very diplomatic about that answer, you know. And Daniela again, what's that? Mia gonna wreck shop. Tequila, Mia gonna wreck the shop. Oh, right. And Colin Cross is saying, and this is probably in connection with what's coming next. Phil, if we can get Calvin Phillips to replace him.
Can we just say, for the debate's sake, we're talking about if we have a replacement, right? Because there's no point of us debating ifs and buts if we're going to get a replacement. This is purely about selling him. This isn't about whether we have a replacement. So when you're listening, it's just purely about that. It's not about whether we have a replacement or not.
He ain't going nowhere. He's staying where he is.
Hang on. We haven't started yet. Hold on. I'll give you when the starting gun goes off, then you can start talking, right?
Oh, okay.
Now, what's Carl saying here? Well, Tequila saying happy birthday, Carl Simpson. And then Carl saying, Mia warmed up for this debate by going for a walk in the freezing pounding on some meat, listen to the Rocky soundtrack. Yeah, well, only would be copyrighted. We were going to play the Rocky soundtrack before we started, but
Carl, I'm very disappointed in you. I thought you were my friend. I'm devastated by this.
Win him over, Dermot. Win him over. That's all you can do now. Win him over in the argument, you know. Oh dear, we've upset him now. Box of tissues, Dermot. Box of tissues for Dermot. Right, okay. And I think the rest of them are coming in. We're going to keep them. So we'll wait until we'll run them later at the end. Now, we're now saying, Dermot, you're now starting your speech at 13 minutes, 20 seconds. You have 5 minutes onto why we should keep Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg starting from now.
Well, handy if I change that first and put you there. Right, this is why we should keep Hojbjerg, because he's the greatest player in the world. This is Hojbjerg, of course. He was signed on August 11th, 2020, contract until 2025. He wears the number 5. He's a central defensive midfielder and a central midfielder, 27 years old. And look at them stats. Just look at them. He's 6'2". He's a good height to where he plays. He's good weight. He's everything that we need. Then you look at the power shots. Look at this. 85% shot power, 85% stamina. That man can run day in, day out for Tottenham Hotspur. He can run. He's like an up and down box. He could go all day. He's like a Ferrari. He's got that Ferrari engine in him. And the long shots as well. Let's put it this way. Hojbjerg set up Harry Kane last year for some goals. His passes were sublime. It was like watching Glenn Hoddle back now, watching Hojbjerg. Some of his long passes, I don't care what anyone says. Hojbjerg is the man for the long shots. He really is. Now, as we're going to skill, look, okay, he's not the greatest free kick taker in the world. We get that. But look, for dribbling, 79%, 84% long passing, 80% ball control. Hojbjerg is your man again. If we didn't have Hojbjerg and we had an Ollie Skip or, say, an Eric Dyer, we'd be all complaining. Hojbjerg is an unsung hero of Tottenham Hotspur. He really is an unsung hero, and he should be played more. In mentality, this is his biggest strength. This is where I think he should have been captain when the captaincy. How long have I got left, Philip?
Oh, you're fine. You've got another 3 minutes.
He should have been captain. I did send this now before Romero, Maddison, and Sonny were made captains of Tottenham Hotspur. I was in Hojbjerg's corner. His aggression, look, he comes out, he gets ready, he's pumped up for the game, 88%. Okay, his interceptions are 83%. All right, his positioning is not as good, and I will grant you, but that doesn't stem from his determination, his aggression to get there. His vision is good, and his composure on the ball is the best out there. It's better than a Skippy, better than an Eric Dyer. Sanchez, when we were complaining about them last season, about them players, were we complaining about Hojbjerg? No, because Hojbjerg was the man that would sell his soul for Tottenham Hotspur. He really would. And then we go for his defendings. Look at that. 84% defensive awareness. He's one of the best defenders, central defender midfielders in Tottenham. He really is. He's played with Bentancur and he's played with Papasa and Bissouma. Forget Ollie Skip. Forget the rest of them. Hojbjerg is your man. And then, of course, 85% standing tackles and 73% sliding tackles. Now, this is why Hojbjerg should be kept. 22-23, he's already played 795 minutes. Last season, he played 3,199 minutes. In his first season with us, he played 3,420 minutes. That is why you need him, because he is Mr. Reliable. He is Mr. Consistent. He is Mr. Tottenham Hotspur for me in that position. When other players were letting us down under Mourinho, under Conte, under Nuno, Hojbjerg was the man that never let us down. He always gave his all. He really did. And then my last bit of thing here, look at these appearances. He played every game in his first season with us, 38 Premier League games. He played 36 Premier League games last season in a team that was struggling, and he never gave up.
1 minute left, Dermot. 1 minute
we
left.
Scored. He was picking up the ball, bringing it back to the halfway line, cheering everyone up, cheering the crowd off. And of course, he's made 9 appearances all this season. That is why I think we should keep Hojbjerg, because he is Mr. Consistent, Mr. Dependable, Mr. Tottenham Hotspur. He is, for me, the modern version of a central defender. If you're in the trenches fighting the war, you will want Hojbjerg next to you, because he is the man that will go into battle with you. Not like an Eric Dyer, not like a Sanchez. All of them whimper and crying into their prams. Hugo as well. When we were losing 7-1 to Newcastle, who was there to be stood up for? Nobody played well, but Hojbjerg stood up. He came back out, not like a Lloris, who stayed in the dressing room cuddling his dummy and looking for his baby milk. It was Hojbjerg who came out, and I think Hojbjerg should...
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
I am voting to keep Hojbjerg, because he is the man we need.
Excellent. Bang on the 5 minutes. Bang on the 5 minutes.
Can I just say to everybody, this is a vote. If we had like the choices to keep Hojbjerg, let's not think about whether we've got a replacement. It's not about if we had a replacement for him, because that's what people are trying to say it is, but it's not. This is purely whether we should keep him over having somebody. If we had, for instance, a choice of someone else to bring in or Hojbjerg, they're the two options. It isn't a fact that we haven't got one. Just to keep reiterating the actual debate.
Yeah. Now we're going to hand you over now to the witness for the prosecution. Mia, he's just putting her wig on there now to come out with a gown and the wig, just to, So you have 5 minutes, Mia, starting from now.
So while it's admirable, all the appearances he's been giving, I appreciate that in the past he has played a hell of a lot of game for us. I'm never going to diminish this fact. However, the fact is that straight away, as soon as Postecoglou came in, he got dropped. Why? Because he isn't good enough. We have Papasa Sarr, who is just a young kid who got in over him. We also have Bentancur to come back. Now, Bentancur is a class above him. Now, I'm going to bring you up some statistics. We're not going to do these little statistics. We're going to do comparison statistics, because these are the best way to determine who is better statistically. As you can see, Bentancur overall, statistically, in the percentile, is a lot better at a lot of different things. So he is better defensively. His defense possession of one is better. His aerial one is better. His touches in the box is better. His goals are better. His chances created are slightly lower. His dribble attempts are also higher. So when you look overall, he has obviously played no games for quite a while now, but you can see overall statistically, he is the better player. So when you look again at these statistics, so in the top corner, we have got statistics to see his percentile for things. So his percentile for non-penalty goals, obviously he doesn't score goals anyway. Shots, he's not very great, he's not very good at. Of course, he has got his strengths, which is a passing attempts. He has got progressive carries is in the middle, progressive passes, 51%. For an Ange Postecoglou team, I don't believe that is good enough. And then we've got in this corner, we've got Pape Matar Sarr in comparison to him. Now, Pape Matar Sarr is a young kid, and obviously he hasn't played as many games as what Hojbjerg has played for Tottenham. However, you can see their statistics aren't actually far apart. So when you look overall, you can see that in comparison to the other midfielders that we already have, they are a big standard ahead of what he is. Now, I want to get somebody who is not going to have the biggest drop-off. Where we've got Hojbjerg, he makes us drop off a lot more when it comes to standards. When you look at what we need, progression, speed, when you need someone who can swivel, who is quick, you want somebody who plays that quick-minded, quick-thinking football, because that is what Ange likes to play. He prefers somebody who is going to look up and want to go forward and not constantly pass sideways, backwards, safe passes. And we've seen Hojbjerg in a defensive team, when he's played two in the middle, it hasn't been the greatest. He hasn't been able to connect the back to the front. He's not great when he receives the ball, to turn on the ball, to be able to look and try and make progressive passes all the time. He does occasionally make them, but nowhere near enough for an Ange Postecoglou system. And that is what we want. When we get substitutions on, we want them to be good, as good as the ones that we have just brought off. And Hojbjerg does not meet that. Otherwise, he would have been played. If he was this great player, he would have been played, but he was not. Straight away, he was dropped. So you can see in Ange's eyes, as well as my eyes, that he clearly isn't good enough to start in that starting 11. How long have I got?
You've got another minute and a half.
Right, okay. So, yeah, so for me, we have to sell him in order to move forward, to progress as a team. We can't hold on to sentiment. We shouldn't hold on to players just because we're feeling sentimental about them. I think that that's what we do. And yes, we can go on the past and the amount of times he's played, etc. But it doesn't mean that he is good enough for our team. And all I want to do is progress our team and for our team to move forward. I don't want us to remain in the same position, and that will be us keeping somebody like a Hojbjerg. And of course, we're going to say, what about Skip? But this whataboutism doesn't really help. What we need to do is move forward, and he can be sold. It looks like he wants to go, so we should sell him, because there's no point in keeping a player here that's not happy either. If he doesn't want to be here, then we should get rid of him. That's exactly how we should think. And we all want to become that team that gets rid of players when they're most valuable. And he's still got value to him. So that is another point.
15 seconds.
So this is why you should stand with me and be Hojbjerg out.
Bang on the 5 minutes as well. Camila, I have to say, I'm impressed. The two of you barely drew a breath during the 5 minutes you were talking there.
Tequila's just like, and breathe.
Yeah, two very, very good arguments. Excellent arguments, in fact. Now, Dermot, I've just got a couple of points I want to raise with you, okay? The way you were talking about him, you reckon you called him a great player. In fact, you mentioned one of the greatest players in the world. Do you not think that was a bit over the top?
Look, look, maybe he is a great player. He's a great player in the Premier League. Any team we're having, Manchester United are after him. Any Juventus are after him. So if Juventus are after Hojbjerg, that means Hojbjerg is a good player. You need Hojbjerg in the team. I'm sorry, you cannot have let a player go and then have an Ollie Skip come in. What's Ollie Skip gonna give you? Nothing. Hojbjerg has been there, he's done it, and he's your man. And I'm sorry, Philip, I think he is. He's a great player.
Right. And so I want to go one other question I want to ask for you. Not directly connected with what you said, but it's connected with Hojbjerg. When Ange Postecoglou came in, he broke up the leadership team at Tottenham. Right, that leadership team comprised of Harry Kane, obviously for obvious reasons he's gone, Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris, and Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. Why did he take Hojbjerg out of the leadership team?
I think he took him out for one reason: for a clean break, an absolute come in, you sweep the carpet, you get somebody in, you sweep the carpet, you bring out a new brush, and I think that's why he's more effective on the pitch as a leader than he is behind the scenes. Oh, maybe
sweep him up like rubbish. I see.
Hang on. I didn't interrupt you, Mia, so don't please interrupt me. Let me finish. Thank you. I was taught that to say that, by the way. So please let me finish, Mia. You will get your chance. Sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, why was he dropped from the leadership role?
Because sorry. Sorry. Because I think, very professional, non-professional.
Graham Norton doesn't have this problem, you know.
Well, you go off to Graham bloody Norton then. We don't care. It was more of a leader on the pitch, and I think when Ange came in, he had to clean broom, start from scratch. But he is a leader on the pitch, Philip. When there was games last season where we were down, he was the only one who could you could count up and said he stood up.
Yeah.
Even against
Newcastle. That's fine. You've answered my question. Yeah, I don't want to be that when you're back in again.
Can I just rebuttal that slightly?
Yes,
please?
go on. Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to rebuttal that if he's such a leader on the pitch, why didn't he keep him on the pitch in the 11? Clearly, he wasn't that much of a leader on the pitch.
Can I would say, look, Mia, look. For me, Hojbjerg is more effective where he will play when the manager tells him to play. He's not like a Eric Dyer or a Winks running to the chairman, or the manager's not pick me, or running to Levy, or the manager's not picking me. Get rid of him. He stood there. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to win his place back, and he wants to work hard for Tottenham Hotspur. You want him on the pitch. He's a man you need when 5 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go. You're leading 1-0.
And you want to be boring.
Mia, most teams, right, you can't tell me most teams don't shut up shop with 10 minutes to go. You bring on your defending players.
That isn't the Ange way. That isn't the Ange way. When Ange gets his full team, you will see that is not the Ange way. I know
the Ange way. I've watched enough for Celtic for the last couple of years. Every time Celtic on TV, I've watched a lot of Celtic. I know the Ange way. He still kept his defensive players up there. He'd done the same thing up in Celtic like he's doing at Tottenham. He will keep the good players. Hojbjerg is a good player.
That's why Hojbjerg's going, because he's not a good player.
He is not going because he is not going to be sold. I'm telling you, we're going to keep him.
Because he wants to go. He wants to go. Why? It's a bit like the Harry Kane thing. Why do people want people who don't want to be at our club? If they don't want to be at our club, off you go. And he's better in a defensive style team. He isn't good in a progressive team. That's why he was dropped straight away. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on the pitch.
I've been linked to a certain individual in America, which I'm really taking offence over. By the way,
I see that your hair's the wrong colour, Dermot. Your hair's the wrong colour.
I'm a bit concerned that I'm the other one, though, to be honest, because he's a bit old and a bit kind of like doesn't know what's going on. So I'm a bit concerned.
I'm going to ask Mia 2 questions now, right? And then we'll show the comments that are on the screen. Mia, out of all the faults you've found with Hojbjerg, what is the most worrying? What is the one that would give you the most anxiety if he was to remain at Tottenham?
I think it's progression. I think that his progression stats aren't all that, Philip. And I feel like that somebody on the pitch, when we've got someone like a Basuma who is so progressive, when we've got somebody who with Bentancur who you can see is very good on the ball, I feel like that we lose a lot of that in the middle when Hojbjerg is on that pitch. So for me, I think that he defensively, he's fine. But progressive-wise, I think that's my issue, is with that progression or lack thereof.
And do you not think that, Tottenham are always accused of being for the want of a better word, southern softies, right? That we were too easy pushed over and whatever. Do you not think a player of like he is a forceful type of a guy? Do you not think we need his type of leadership? I'm not talking about off the pitch. I'm talking on the pitch. Or do you think we have other players in that could do that role better?
I mean, you've got Romero, and I'm not just saying it because I think he's an absolute hottie, and Ellie sent me the best of him today. Oh my! So it's not just that, but when you look at someone like Romero, even Porro's a fiery character. He's strong. He's a fiery kind of guy. So we've got plenty of people on the pitch who already. Even Basuma, he's a nice guy, but when you get him on that pitch, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. So I think we've got those kind of players. I don't think that Hojbjerg is needed to add anything to it, if that makes sense. I think we already have a lot of that.
Right, Dermot, do you want to rebut? Do you want to have a go at those answers?
Yeah, Carl, I put my hand up to rebut something, not just I wanted to go to Lou. I went to Lou before the stream. I'm okay, Carl. I'm not 80.
Yeah, because he was shitting himself, basically, because he knew he had to come up against me.
I don't know. Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton never got this bloody hassle, did they, when they did debates? Jesus. I bet he didn't get a debate either when we went up to get the mount. Right.
Right, go on, answer those queries now.
The only one I will answer is Hojbjerg can play with Bentancur. They played well together last season when they did play together. Hojbjerg and Bentancur had an understanding. One steps back, one goes forward. And Bentancur trusted Hojbjerg. He didn't trust him on his skip. Okay, Basuma and Sarr have got a new lease of life under Postecoglou. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. They have been brilliant this season. I think they're a great pairing. But if you're going to keep 4 midfielders, you want people you can trust. Bentancur and Hojbjerg have played together. They've got an understanding together, and we won games with them in the middle of the pitch. So that Hojbjerg cannot play with Bentancur or Hojbjerg is not great going forward. It's a load of cobwallops. Because how many times did he set up Harry Kane for goals last season? And a few of them were absolutely blinders because of the Hojbjerg pass. He can play in that middle with.
But we've just seen his statistics. His progressive passes is only 50 on the percentile. Yeah. That means that he's half. He's not even that progressive.
51%.
Yeah,
but
51%.
he's long passing. His long passing is better than anyone. He's one of the best long passes in the team.
But we don't do long passes the way that Postecoglou likes to play. He rarely likes that long pass because that's not what we do. We don't do Route 1 football where we just do a long pass.
Right. Okay. Right now, shush, quiet, the two of you. Right now, Mia, I'm going to start with you this time. You have 30 seconds to sum up all you've said and give your final plea for why we should get rid of Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. 30 seconds starting from now.
So he doesn't want to even be here to start with. He doesn't get a start because he isn't good enough. So therefore, we should sell him. He doesn't want to be here. I don't want any players who don't want to be here. Plus, he won't get time on that pitch because we have got better players. Once Bentancur comes back, you really think that he is going to get in above Bentancur. So you've got Sarr and Bentancur who are way above him, and young Sarr has got a lot more to offer. And don't forget, he's still getting better and better. So by the time he is older, he is also going to be, I believe, a really, really good player. So we've got 2 players already better than Hojbjerg in the team.
That's it. Well done. 30 seconds. Dermot, over to you. 30 seconds to defend them.
Look, the reason we should keep Hojbjerg is because he is a team player. He will do anything for the team. He's good with a manager. He doesn't let anyone down where other players have done. When they need to be stood up, he's there to be counted. He is a very good player. He has an understanding with Bentancur. He has an understanding with Basuma and Papa Sarr. Them two, and he's going to play tomorrow night as well because Postecoglou trusts him. He had the same plays up in Celtic. He's going to use the same system up in Celtic at Tottenham. And Hojbjerg is part of his contingency plan. When we're looking to shut down games, you bring on the Danish Viking and he will do a job because he's good at his job.
That's it. Well done. That's it. Now, folks, we're going to go back to the chat, right? See what comments.
I've started a few things here, Philip.
Just bring them up there, Dermot. We can just go through the queries now and see can our contestants answer the questions to the satisfaction of the person that posted them.
Right.
Well, I've got to say though, Walton's McDonald's comments are spot on. Trump didn't have to face me. If he had to face me, he would be afraid.
Yeah. Tequila. I'm just picking some of these out.
Yeah,
Philip,
yeah. Go on. Yeah.
Shall I start the poll, by the way, Philip?
Yeah, start the poll now. We start the poll now. It's
Start
straightforward.
the count.
Dermot or Mia?
I've done Mia, Dermot, draw. That's what I've done. I've done 3.
Okay, right. That means we have extra time if it's a draw.
No, then it has to go to a replay.
Right, okay. Tequila 316. Mia can choose if she wants to be Biden or Hillary. I think Hillary. And Wilton McDonald, Trump didn't face Mia right enough. I don't think he'd be like yesterday. He walked out of the courthouse when the judge confronted him. I'd say he'd run a mile if he saw Mia.
Oh, we did that one.
Tequila 316. Mia, go, you've done that one, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is from Colin Cross. Every team needs an old dog to do the dirty work. If we don't get a replacement, then keep till the summer. Yeah. Well, we're sort of basing on this, if a replacement does come. So yeah, good point, Colin. And
can I give you an update? I'm going to find the white flag in a minute. Mia's got 60%. Nothing for me, but 40% for the draw.
Oh, right. Okay.
Can somebody please pick me?
No, nobody likes a pick me. What's the matter with you, man? Goodness sakes, if people like what you say, they'll vote for you. Don't beg. No one likes to beg.
Swim Master is saying, Mia, if we get a good offer for PEH during January, would you accept it straight away? Rumors are he wants to go as a lack of opportunity, or only let him go if there's 100% replacement available. So Mia, you can answer that one.
Let him go. Let him go.
Even without a replacement.
I think that we wouldn't let him go unless there was a replacement anyway, to be honest with you. That's not going to happen. They've already said that. Because it's because of AFCON, even though it could only be a few games, it might not be that many, it's still a risk.
I'm just reading the comment of the nights after coming up here from Antonio Varias.
I've just seen this too.
Romero is a hottie. You don't get that type of analysis from Scott.
You don't. That's what I'm saying. It's special analysis with me.
I've got something brilliant here. This is from Tequila.
Just say China.
I can't do his voice. Hang on. China. I can't do the Donald Trump thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So are there any more? No, nobody's asking any questions here, lads. Really, come on, let's have a few more.
That's because they know I'm the winner chicken dinner, man. It's obvious, isn't it?
Colin Turner saying, Dermot, I believe he spoke on the players' behalf to Levy to get rid of Mourinho.
That was never proven. Nobody actually knows why Levy said it was. I think it was down to a bonus that he would have got if we had won a League Cup. I think that's why he went. And I think the Super League had something to do with it as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, we can't say anything about that. We can't prove anything on that one. So.
No.
And Wilton McDonald saying, Ange will make that decision, but for now, we cannot get rid without a replacement. Yep. Mia has a point, but I'm not sure if we can get rid of it now until a suitable replacement is available. That's the thing. In January, I'm not so sure if this Calvin Phillips is a step upwards. I think it's a step sideways, to be honest with you. Because the guy can't get in the Manchester City team, So I don't know. And he played in a fairly average Leeds team before that. So anyone else we got? Dermo from Carl Simpson. Dermot, motto is, I will make Hojbjerg great again, is a copy of his greatest ever American president. I love that one.
That's so funny. I love that.
It's M-A-H. Maha. Make. No, hang on. Make. No.
Meh. No, it's meh. Make.
Yeah.
Hojbjerg.
Make Emil great again.
Yeah. Well, he's a bit of a meh player. So,
he's a meh, yeah. And this is the one, Antonio Varias again. If Dermot says something in the forest and Mia is not around to hear it, is he still wrong?
Always.
Of course. Right, okay.
Of course.
Now, and there's another one coming in there from Angelo Tyro. And you feel a lot of new names in here tonight, lads. Very welcome. You're welcome to this.
They're all from Spurs Between the Lines coming in the vote from Mia.
Welcome to the Madhouse. Angela Tyro said, Pierre wants out, so he must go and get replaced. Newcastle are going in for Calvin Phillips. Yeah.
I feel this election has been rigged. I don't believe in this election.
You'll be...
Listen,
I've been getting Rooney, Johnny. What's his name, Philip?
You're getting Rudy Giuliani to look after your interests in this, you know.
Yeah.
Mind you want to get him when he's sober, which is like one day in every 6 months. But anyway, right. And Carl Simpson says, I will end this demo. Hojbjerg stay or Stephen Kenny stay. Oh, that is putting it up to you, boy. That's putting it up to you.
Hojbjerg, I want Kenny. I tell you one thing, right? I tell you one thing now, right? I was speaking to Dave today very quickly about going to the Ireland game, and I said to Dave, I said I have tactically voted not to go to the games because I want Kenny out. I said I have stood long and firm over this, and Dave started laughing. He found that funny.
Yeah. Well, no, you didn't get any of the games really since after the French. I got to the French.
I reckon that. I think that this comment very tense. Someone finally voted for you. I reckon you voted for yourself. I reckon I think you've got Derville to vote for you.
No, she's actually looking at
She voted for me. I bet she voted for me.
What we're going to do now, lads, we're going to keep the comments coming, right? But we're going to draw a line under the debate at the minute. We're going to go. Dermo is going to call for an insurrection. Well, they used to doing that down in Wexford. There's always rebellions down that part of the world. Dermo Trump.
Yeah.
Dermot, bring up your self-portrait there on the screen, will you?
No.
Yeah, we've got one of you.
No.
Go on.
This is Dermot as of 10 minutes ago. Go on, give everyone a treat now. This is a self-portrait 10 minutes ago.
This is him.
No, the other one. The other one.
Oh, the other one, this one.
Yeah, that one there. That's
You forgot I could do that.
When the results of the poll come in. So anyway,
are you trying to kill me? Seriously?
Well, we're doing a good job on us. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to restore a little bit of sanity to the whole proceedings.
Sanity,
right?
I think that went a long time ago.
So we'll wait for the results of the poll to the end of the program. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little chat about.
All I can say
squad.
is landslide. I'm keeping an eye on it.
So am I. Look, I'm going to say something now. Fair play to you, Mia. I'm accepting defeat. Fair play to you. Congratulations. Very well done. And I'll hold my hands up.
Loser.
We'll say now that the provisional results of Mia as a winner, but we'll just wait until the end of the program just in case something changes. Ahead of myself, okay. So anyway, we're going to have a quick chat now about the Spurs squad. What we're doing at the top of the league. If I could have attention from the class, please, or I'll have to get my big stick out and start beating you.
Right? All right.
Aye.
I didn't know Philip was into that kind of thing.
Shall we leave him
not
alone?
Really, no. But I make exceptions for this, you know.
Do you think he wants to be left alone, Mia? Should we just leave Philip alone here? Bit of alone time.
No. Anyway, listen. Well, we're going to have a chat.
Mia, I bet Philip liked getting the cane at school. That's why I bet he was always getting the cane at school when he was a kid. Probably. What do you reckon, Mia?
As opposed to getting Harry Kane when he was at Spurs,
No. He was always. I heard when Philip was a young lad, he was always in trouble, and he was always headmasters getting the cane. There you go.
Oh dear! It's like the Monty Python sketch where somebody asked, "Says, do you believe in capital punishment?" He says, "Yes, please." Yeah, or corporal punishment. Sorry, yes, please.
I love the Monty Python with the knight and the keeps chopping.
Oh, he keeps knocking his arm off. It's only a scratch. It's only a scratch. Oh, lovely. Anyway, listen. Reality. Let's go back to reality. Tottenham are presently top of the Premiership.
Is it called Tottenham?
Tottenham, yeah. It's like the song from the 1982 where Tottenham, you know, that no one can stop them. You know that one?
We're going to win it like we did last year.
Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, is our squad strong enough at the moment? Can we maintain this challenge at the top of the league? We could be 5 points clear by tomorrow night. So, Mia, are your feet firmly on the ground, or are you like Dermot floating about 400 feet up in the air?
I am very much feet on the ground.
Oh,
I honestly, I'm just a bit like, listen, I think things are going so well, and I'm so positive about Postecoglou. Like, I love Postecoglou. Everything we're seeing has been so good. But I think December, we've got so many games coming up, having to rotate our players when we've got not good enough backups. We saw that when we had to do that. The other day on Monday, so I feel like that we're going to struggle. So I think we're going to have a blip at some point, but I definitely I'm positive, but I'm just keeping my feet on the ground. I don't think we're going to win the league. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Dermot, have you got your flights booked for the homecoming on the Sunday after we win the league yet?
Yeah. Look. This is my look. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I said this earlier on my show, on the show earlier. Mia is every right to say what she said. And look, if you're being sensible about it, you're probably right. We're certain for a Champions League, but look, we've been through so much crap, so much hurt, so much darkness, so much everything. It was like we've been in a dark tunnel, and we've now come out. And why can't we not dream? Tottenham is to dare is to do. Tottenham is to dare to do, to dream. Look, we may not win the league. Who knows? With Leicester fans, when they won the league, everyone was telling Leicester you won't win the league. Were they allowed to dream? Of course they were. We may finish third, fourth place. Who knows? But let's dream. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy this. Yeah. Let's enjoy what we've got in front of us. We could go 5 points clear at the end of tomorrow evening. When was the last time we had that? 5 points clear at the top of the league?
Well, never in my lifetime, I don't think.
Exactly. I was talking to people today. People said this team has a resemblance to the Bill Nix size. If we can match the Bill Nix side in any way, shape, or form, Postecoglou is a genius. Yeah. I reckon he's a Keith Birkinshaw, Bill Nick manager reincarnation of the two of them. Because we are going places. And why can we not believe we can win the league? Let's dream. Let's be happy.
I mean, I don't think anybody's saying that you're not allowed to, because nobody should tell anybody how they can support their team or should support their team. Nobody can say to me, you're negative because you don't think it, or, I shouldn't be allowed to think it. Just like I say, yeah, you're delusional, but you're allowed to be delusional. That's fine. I'm happy for you.
And Mia, look, everyone is entitled to their opinion. This is what's getting lost in all the arguments that the fan base are having with this. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. You and me are not going to fall out over it, Mia. Look,
no, never.
Well, never. And look, people should be allowed to think how they feel. But us three can really put our hands in our heart. We've been through the dire the last 4 years, excuse the pun, haven't we? So why can't we?
Dire.
Yeah, I want to ask you two a question. Why can't we dream, Philip? Why can't we not dream?
There's no problem. No dreaming. Listen, dreams keep your sanity. You're dreaming of something that might never be achieved, but it keeps you right. It keeps you on the right track. It gives you something to look forward to. Now, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but apparently there is today. I've read it today. Now, there's a very good article in the Evening Standard today, or maybe it was yesterday, about how Spurs are being viewed by the fan base now. Now, the fan base is grounded, right? We're like Mia. We hope we're going to do very well. We're not. But what he was trying to say in the article was how much Postecoglou has completely revolutionized that club from start to top to bottom. From the guy that cuts the grass in the training ground to Daniel Levy, he has completely revolutionized the way everyone does their job in that club, which means we are. They were almost saying we're almost guaranteed Champions League, which to me would be an absolutely brilliant season. I don't think we're going to win it, definitely not. But I think we're going to go as high as possible, higher, or as high possibly as the Pochettino era of 16, 17, and come runner-up. That'd be my top hope, I think. But all I can say is, Ange is 4 months into his contract, 3.5 months into his contract. I don't think we've seen the best of it yet.
No, we haven't. And do you know what? We know that if it continues, we're only going to get better and stronger. Once he's built a squad that he wants, we're going to just keep improving. And for me, I just think do you know what? In life, I feel you have to have hope, right? Because if we haven't got hope, what have we got in life? So I understand why people are trying to get their hopes up. But if you've got your hopes all the way up here, you're going to fall hard if it doesn't happen. So me, I'm just trying to be steady. And if something happens, I'm going to be like, wow. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be like, okay, I accept it because I already sort of accepted that anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's okay. I'm hopefully optimistic, Joe, but I'm grounded.
Do you know,
I think
just to
fine.
continue that train of what Mia's saying there, I think we're all sort of looking back at last season where we had a similar enough start. I know we didn't quite get as many points. There wasn't the same enthusiasm last season because the football we were playing was crap. But this season, we've garnered more points than any other manager or any other team in the history of the Premiership. We're playing lovely football. So why shouldn't we be ambitious and go to aim as high as we possibly can? But I'm just saying the difference in the fans' outlook between now and 12 months ago is chalk and cheese. Last season, we weren't at all happy with what was going on, even though we're well up the league. Now we're well up the league. We've never been as happy as this.
No. And look, we should be happy. But look, we have to also be realistic. Champions League is our main objective this season.
Yeah.
I've said, I can be as delusional as the next person, Philip and Mia, but I'm also realistic. Do you know, you have to be realistic with it all. And look, for me, if we get Champions League football and win the FA Cup, I'd be overjoyed with that. For me, and I said it in the preview, guys, that we would finish in the top 3. And I still feel that feeling.
Close the door here. Hold on one sec.
I still have that feeling we're going to finish in the top 3. We're playing the way that the 61 side played in the 60s. I mean, look, we had the great Poch sides, right, under Poch. Do you think we're playing better now than we did on the Poch? Is this better football than the Poch football?
It's different, isn't it? It is slightly different to what Poch played. I think I enjoyed Poch's football. I think some of the times he didn't make subs quick enough, but that's just a bit of a Poch thing. I think he's still relatively new when he come to us. He was at Southampton, and then obviously before that, the Spanish team. I always forget their bloody name. Anyway, but yeah, obviously that's the thing, isn't it? I think he was young, but yeah, I do think the football it's good as well as what Poch. I don't want to diminish what Poch sort of did for Tottenham because I feel really bad, like I'm trying to be horrible about Pochettino, but I'm not. I just think that with and it's just different. It's just different, and I do think it's a different vibe. I do feel different than what I did with Poch, but not better, but just I can't explain. I think if I explain it this way, this is my analogy of it. When you have your first ever person you fall in love with, right, you fall hard because you think they're your absolute world, they're the love of your life, especially when you're young and you're all giddy about it being in love. And then when you get your heart broken, you get hurt, you might go through a couple of people that you think you liked but you didn't really like, and then the next person that you fall in love with comes along and you love them, but it's just different. It's different to your first love because you've already done that giddy love. It's like you've learned from it love, and it's slightly different and it feels different. So and for me is that love. It's that love after you've had your heart broken, you've been with a few that have not been that great, and then you're like, I've actually found someone who is special, and it's a different kind of love.
That by the way is Mia's agony aunt column.
Yeah,
it is. Listen, I'm going to put this in here now. There you go, Mia.
Yeah, Mia. Mia has won the first debate.
Yeah.
We'll be having these on a regular basis throughout the season. By the
Mia
way,
got 62%, 31% to draw, and I only got 6%. Look, I want to thank the 6% of people that voted for me, but congratulations, Mia. You did a slightly better argument than me, and I will concede and I will accept this result. There will be no.
I don't want to be a really bad winner, but slightly better. I think the percentages tell me otherwise.
Yeah, look. I can say there will be no insurrection. There will be no saying that it was a rigged result, and I will not be trying to start a coup. So, Mia, congratulations, very well done. I
Well
enjoyed
done,
it,
Mia.
and
Well done, Mia.
congratulations.
Thank you very
Mia.
much.
A very gracious concession speech there from Dermot.
Mia did not just slightly beat me; she walloped me. She whooped me, and I will give her credit where credit's due. Mia, congratulations, big up.
Thank you.
But
I thought I presented my argument well.
What Dermot's not saying here is he now be conducting an investigation into double voting.
He's going to be questioning each and every one of you, right? He's going to now question you all.
Yeah, and Philip will be flipping when he gets caught. When he gets caught with the courts, he will be flipping. He will. Now, all saying, all being serious now. Fair play to you, Mia. Well done. I thought I put up a good argument. You put up a good argument.
No. Can I just say? I was absolutely knocked over by the two presentations. They were so passionate, and full of self-belief in what they're trying to get across. I think congratulations to both of you. You did a great job.
Apparently, 6% of 16 votes is one vote. So thank you to the one person who voted for me. Thank you.
You didn't vote for yourself?
No, I didn't. No, thank you, Philip.
Yeah. Come on.
Thank you for voting for me.
I don't
Philip.
like the insinuation that actually tequila's in here. I did not bribe you with Jaffa cakes. That is such a lie.
Yeah, and now
if
this is true,
chocolate digestives.
Hang on. If this is true, then I do want. If this is true, I do want an investigation, but I've lost that, so forget that. Dermo, that's a D-Trump type speech.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I don't know how. Look, just well done, me. I don't know what else to say, but well done. I can't.
Thank you.
You know, for God's sake, she whooped me.
No, she put up a good argument. And you know what it does? I think it reflects the general mood among Spurs fans that
Derville just said, "Well done, Mia."
Replacement, you know.
Thank you, Derville. Thanks for the vote as well. I know you voted me. Go power.
You just caused a row in Team Dermot's house now by saying that.
No, you haven't. No, it was like Mia was Muhammad Ali and I was Joe Frazier in the Rumble in the
the jungle.
No,
Manila. Rumble in Manila. Was it Manila?
The Thriller in Manila.
Thriller in Manila. Yeah.
I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
But there were nobody better like me.
Oh, right.
Well, I'm actually I'm buzzing about that result now. So I'm just going to call you.
What are we going to do tomorrow night? Are we going to win?
Of course we are. We're Tottenham Hotspur.
I think we've got enough. I think we've got enough to beat Crystal Palace at the moment. They're a bit toothless. They've got no Eze, no Elise, and they're two attacking players.
Zaha's gone.
Zaha's gone.
Yeah.
I personally, I would love Elise at Tottenham. I love him. I think he's really talented. But yeah.
Now look,
difficult place to go though.
Yeah, Philip, this is the lineup for tomorrow. Now, this is the predicted lineup. Now, look, Hojbjerg's in for Bazoom. Now, look, Mia, forgetting our debate, right? And if you're putting okay, you won. You won. Okay, get over it. All right, for God's sake.
Sorry, loser. Some people are such sore losers. What can I say?
I have not been a sore loser. I gave a nice speech saying well done. Don't try to.
No, because you just tried to do it slightly better when obviously I absolutely stomped on you because I won them with big votes. So, you know.
Just get rid of her. That's
anyway.
Hello, she took herself out.
I'll come back, Mia. Yeah, there you're back.
Listen, Mia.
Right.
But we don't have losers on this channel anymore. Sorry, we only have winners.
Probably leave yourself on the screen now, on your own.
Leave me. There. We'll go up there.
There you go.
I'll go across here. I feel normal now.
No, the winner should be up here. This is the winners section, not the losers. Sorry.
This is my channel, our channel, me and Philip's channel. Sorry, Philip. Oh yeah, Mia is part of the family as well. Of course she is.
Anyway, listen. The reason we have Hojbjerg in that team is one very, very good reason, Dermot, isn't there?
Yeah, because Right. The question is, would you play Basuma tomorrow night with the risk of him getting a yellow for Chelsea, or do you rest him?
I play him because how's he ever going to learn, Dermot? He's going to do this again and he'll never learn unless he has to be disciplined. We don't teach our children by basically avoiding the situation. You've got to teach them head on the consequences. So if they climb a tree and they fall out of it, you can't say to them they can never climb a tree again, because that's just like helicopter parenting. You need to tell them, do it better. You need to learn to do it better. And if you don't, you're going to fall again. So you have to let him learn. Otherwise, he ain't never going to learn. And he is going to get more yellows in the future.
I would rather have Basuma in the side against Chelsea than losing with a booking tomorrow night, you know.
But we can't keep mollycoddling him, Philip.
No, it's not mollycoddling. It's just it's being cautious with the selection, because certain players are needed for certain games. He's needed for Chelsea. The Chelsea.
But what if he does this again near a big when there's another big game?
He's got 5 cards.
We can't keep doing this.
No. I'm not saying that he could get a yellow card tomorrow night for an innocuous reason. Just a slightly mistimed tackle, and then he's gone for Chelsea, and that could be a serious miss for us, you know. It's the lesser of two evils. I think he should be rested tomorrow night and played against Chelsea, but we'll see.
Destiny is supposed to be fit for that as well, and Papa Sar's supposed to be fit because they were ill, and Destiny was fatigued. So Philip, look, putting the Hojbjerg thing to one side, is that a team that should be beating Palace, because they did get thumped by Newcastle?
Yeah. Well, that's a team that's beaten everybody else nearly. So why would you change it? You know, you think about it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I think Richarlison's probably the one. I thought he was very good in the first half on Monday, but he was awful in the second half. He just disappeared out of the game altogether.
I would actually play. I'd put Basuma obviously back in, and I'd play Brennan Johnson. I'd like to see a bit more of him.
Yeah, I think we all would. I
think he would be a good. This is probably a good game for him to come and play, because I think that he's somebody who is quick as well. So I do think it's I think that would be a good swap.
Wouldn't surprise me if Johnson did play tomorrow night instead of Richarlison, you know, but we'll see.
I think Richarlison does need to be dropped now. I really do. Yeah, I think that there's enough. He's had enough chances, I think, to show that what he can do, and he can do it.
Well, he's actually been more impressive coming in from the left-hand side, like he played for Everton. You know, but even then, he made a couple of great efforts and crosses and whatever on Monday in the first half. But Fulham got wise to him in the second half, and he never really got a kick. So, I'd rest him tomorrow night. Give him a rest.
Yeah. Just a quick question, Philip, Amir, on Everton, with the potential of them being docked 12 points because they overspent. They haven't kept within their own.
The FFP.
No, within the. It's something to do with the owners overspending and not being self-reliant. Like they were overspent. Now, there could be a chance it could be docked 12 points.
That's relegation then. That's relegation.
Now, we're knowing that Man City should hear their results after Christmas. The Premier League will have their things after Christmas. Now,
we all know what's going to happen there, don't we?
Yeah. So, look, the question is, guys, where is the right middle ground for this? Is it one same for if one club gets done, then everyone's the same, Philip and me? I'll start with you, Philip, on this.
Yeah. If a club messes up financially, right?
Yeah.
Everton should be given the same punishment, Manchester City should be given the same punishment as Everton or Bradford City or Sheffield United or Accrington Stanley or any club.
Yeah.
But they won't, because they'll get the best lawyers. They'll find loopholes in the regulations, and they will get away with a slap on the wrist and a fine, which is what you might as well not give them any punishment at all. Is fine them, because money is no object. So every team should be treated equally. Will it ever happen? No.
I mean, that's it there, guys. That's the Telegraph report. The Premier League have recommended a 12-point deduction as punishment if they're found guilty of breach and profit. And do you want to read that bit out?
Sustainability rules.
Now, Mia, look, Man City have been caught by UEFA. They're now under investigation by the Premier League. If Everton get a 12-point deduction and say Man City get that as well,
oh boy,
could that change the title race wide? Could that throw the title race wide open?
Yeah, absolutely. but it won't happen because I think what they're being charged with is different. I think Man City's charges are different, so they can't treat them equally. But exactly what Philip said, it doesn't matter what Man City are charged with. They've got the best lawyers, so they will find loopholes. They will study until they find a loophole. So it's never going to work with Man City because they're never going to get punished. And that is the biggest problem.
That's it. It's a sad case, but that's the way it is. I mean, Everton to me would, although the thing about it is, to treat Everton and Manchester City equally, the charges would have to be exactly the same. If they're not the same charges, then there'll be other factors taken into consideration. And Man City have done it before. They've got form. They'll do it again.
Where does this leave football as a sport where what's the word I'm looking for? Where you oh, help me out here, Philip.
You're talking about the money end of it. It's becoming
where sport as a whole, football as a whole, can take some responsibility. That's what I was looking for the responsibilities for their own laws. Mia is right. There's too many loopholes in all these judgments, from UEFA to FIFA to the Premier League to the FA.
Yeah, and I would say those loopholes are left there deliberately because they know if a lawyer's good enough, he'll find them.
Yeah. So what if say you look at Formula One, for instance, guys, right? I love the sport. There's a rule book, and if a team reaches FFP, they get punished. Red Bull got done last year for going over the spending cap. They have a spending cap in Formula One. You cannot spend more than a certain amount of money, and they lost 10% of a wind tunnel. Now, 10% to you and me probably doesn't mean a lot, but me knowing Formula One, it means they're losing 10% of doing a new rear ring or putting a car in, or a new floor or a new front wing. It's 10% of their development for this season and next season. So should there be more punishments put in that, okay, we're going to close these loopholes, we're going to charge everyone who's at Man City and say, this is your punishment, you cannot appeal it, no appeals allowed. Does that need to happen, Philip? Because is it to know that if they lose us, we're going to win it on appeal anyway, if we throw the right brown envelope the right way?
But natural justice means you are supposed to be allowed the right of appeal, so that might not work. But I think what they should do is that once one club is found guilty, they should make an example of a club, right? And more or less like everybody, lads, anyone else trying this can get exactly the same punishment. I think they've done it in lower leagues. Wasn't it Derby County had that problem? They were, so it's been done in lower leagues, but they're scared to take on the big boys. Okay, do it to a club like Derby, you get away with it. Not the publicity there would be if you did it to Manchester City. So it's got to, no matter who the club is, and if it was Tottenham, I'd include them in it as well. You make an example of them, and it won't happen again.
Mia, you look at Luton; they got thrown out of the league. They got points deductions after, and which they went out of the football league completely. Do you feel that football is a fair playing field, or do you feel that corruption in football has gone so far? There's no way of getting rid of it.
I don't think there's any way of getting rid of it, Dermot, because they know who their moneymakers are. They're not going to start putting charges on the team that draws the most money, which is Man City. So why would they do that? They're too big. There's no way. It's just that's how corrupt it is now because they know that. So they're not going to do anything to go against them. That is just the way it is, and they're never going. It's not going to change. Now we've gone down that road. It's too corrupt, and we can't undo any corruption that has gone on.
Yeah, I mean, Philip, look, I always look to you in these circumstances for a bit of clarity because you've seen a lot more football than me and Mia have together. Has football in itself? No, me and Mia. No, the point not together. But
only joking.
You look really good for like 100 years old.
Don't I? Yeah,
you look really good, you know?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
it's the cryogenically frozen every week that does it. You know.
Oh, is that what you said? Now we know Mia what happens, right? Mia, Mrs. Brady sticks him into the freezer every Friday evening and lets him out.
No, she's got one of those. Do you remember in Austin Powers on those?
Oh
one of those.
of those. Philip has a robot in his sitting room, right? She takes it out Friday evening, right? Now, robot Philip, you do your shows on Saturday with Dermot, and then we'll get real Philip back out Sunday evening. She has to take him out and dry him off, because it might be a bit cold, bless him. Look, you've seen a lot more football, Philip, over the years, late 60s, 70s. Where do you think it started to go wrong? Where do you think the rot set in? And were we too blind when the rot started that we didn't do anything about it?
I think the rot started the day the Premiership started.
Yeah.
Up to that, there were, when the TV money started going into the game, and Sky Sports came along, or whatever they were called, B Sky B, whatever they were at that stage. I think that's when the rot started. Up to that, most of the clubs were owned by businessmen, local businessmen, as Spurs were, and guys that maybe in smaller clubs, maybe the local butcher was the chairman of the club and whatever. That's all gone now. You'll find that it's all high flying executives, accountants, and whatever that run the clubs these days. And that started to go in 1992, and it's got progressively worse. I think the Sky money was a big factor in it, and some clubs managed it well, some clubs didn't manage it well. Like I'd love to look at a league table of the first day of the Premiership and see how many of those clubs are still there. Who was in the Premiership in 1992 that's gone. In fact, if you look at some of the clubs, I always look at the National League, and the amount of teams in that National League that were in the Football League up to recently is incredible. And once you drop out of the league, you're gone. It's very hard to get back in again. As it is hard to get back into the Premiership. But I think that's when it really started. And I think Sky have got a lot to blame, because they're mega millions coming into the club. Well, it's great in some ways. It's absolutely ruined the lower end of the scale, because now the teams in the second and third divisions, or whatever they call them now, are not getting their players coming through into the Premiership, not in any great numbers, because the Premiership clubs can buy abroad, which they never could up to 1992, or very rarely did up to 1992.
Joe, what I remember when I was younger, Blackburn, they were massive in the Prem. When
they won the league in '94.
94. Sunderland, they were in there. Yeah. So like all the teams that you think now, because I know someone, when I walk the dog, he's a Sunderland fan, so we chat about football. And we talk about it, and I was just like, it's crazy to think where they are now to when I was younger, and when obviously he was watching football. He's a bit older than me, I think. But yeah, obviously that's the thing, and it's just crazy to think how far some of these teams have really dropped because of the money as well. It's so hard to be able to get back up there.
Yeah,
that's why
look at Wigan Athletic. Wigan,
yeah.
Look at them. They're a prime example. They've nearly gone out of business a couple of times since.
Joe, what? That's why you've got to commend someone like Luton to come in the Premier League, and I kind of want them to do all right and want them to stay, because I feel like they did so well to get there, and it's really like I like the underdog story of Luton.
I like this one. I must say, Philip has aged way better than his brother Tom Jones. Big up, Philip. And this one, Tequila says, Philip wakes up in the year 2491 after getting frozen and Buck Rogers' music plays.
Well, I'll tell you, every night I play in Dublin in the band, right, I get the same introduction, that I'm in the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest known drummer in captivity. I'm 109 years of age, and I have to be nailed to the drum stool every night in case I fall off. Now, it was funny the first 20 times, but now it's getting a bit draggy,
I need to ring them up and give them a few pointers on what else they can say.
Yeah,
don't.
I've got the league for you, Philip. The first Premier League.
All right, good. That's good.
I've got it on the PDF, so I will bring that up in a minute. Look, just a quick question before we bring this up. Do you guys think there needs to be a change in the rules for ownership that a state cannot own a football club?
No, it's too late for that. It's way too late. They can't do that now when they've let other people in. That's just not fair, is it?
They should never let them in the first place. You should never let them in the first
now
place.
that you have the cat's out of the bag, and you can't change it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Philip. There is the Premier League, the first ever Premier League, 92-93.
Blackburn Rovers are gone. QPR are gone. Sheffield Wednesday are gone. Wimbledon are gone. Coventry are gone. Ipswich. Southampton, Oldham, Middlesbrough. Jeez, there's a load of them, isn't there?
There's loads, yeah.
There's loads.
QPR. Good old QPR.
Let's,
I mean, you
let's
look at
count them
that
down.
for-
There's Norwich, that's 1. Blackburn 2. QPR 3. Sheffield Wednesday 4. Arsenal 5. Sorry, no. Wimbledon 5. Sheffield, Coventry 6. Ipswich 7. Leeds 8. Southampton 9. Oldham 10. Middlesbrough 11. 11. Half of the teams are no longer in the Premiership.
It's shocking.
That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah. And you look there, we finished above Arsenal that season, by the way, if anyone's interested.
See that? Yeah.
But Arsenal did do the cup double that season, to be fair.
Don't mention that.
We
no.
don't talk about that.
And beat us in the semi-final. Bastards.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Shh.
But look, just go their Tottenham season there, guys. A respectable.
Yeah, not bad. That was under who was the manager?
Ray
That's
Clements
Ray Clements and
Doug Livermore. Yeah,
not bad, not bad. I mean, that was before. I think it was the following season, 93, 94. We brought in Ozzy Ardiles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can
I just say, people talk about teams buying the league. Blackburn Rovers won the league in 94-95. United had just done the double the season before. Jack Walker put millions into that team. Is there a case that Blackburn were the first team that actually bought the Premier League, Philip, if you know what I mean, on that question?
Well, I suppose it was only the 3rd season in, so yeah, possibly you could say that. Yeah, they did. Jack Walker did that all right. They came out of nowhere, really, to do it. Although they came 4th in that particular. They were a good team, Blackburn, but buying Alan Shearer, I think, was the thing that having Alan Shearer was the thing that done it for them. But Oldham Athletic, what a fall from grace.
And salary cap, guys, should have started back in 92, 93. Now, what is this salary cap? Does anyone know about this salary cap? Because I don't really understand it.
It's been mentioned, but I don't know the figures involved. Very, very hard to quantify that because some players are on 400 grand a week. What are you going to cap them at?
Now, should there be a cap how much a team can spend?
Yeah, but then again, that's open to interpretation as well.
But they're doing
also known as fiddling,
and it works fine in Formula One.
Yeah, but the fact is, in Formula One, the amount of money between each of them have is not as big a gap, is it? Not, I don't know, but I wouldn't have thought so.
You get paid for where you finish in the Constructors' Championship. The TV money's paid, and then it's divided.
Who gets the money? Does the gate money go to the operators?
Now, say Red Bull. Now they've won both championships. They've won the Constructors' Championships. They get the more money. Then it'd be Ferrari, McLaren, and then you have to score a point. See, they pay for their traveling, for everything to get around the world. They pay for everything. If you don't get a point, you got to pay for that yourself.
Yeah.
So it's all paid for you.
Easier monitored, Dermot, than having a football team that's got maybe 50,000 one game and 25,000 the next. Very hard to keep a tab on all that,
Yeah, it is.
I'm saying it's such a hard thing to be able to do because don't forget as well, a club again, like say a Luton compared to a Man City, you can't cap them at the cap can't be the same. Like it's just not going to work, is it?
So how do we look? The horse is bolted. So look,
I think Dermot can make a suggestion. I think we should research that and maybe do a program on it because it is it's a very relevant thing to the game at the moment. How much players are getting paid?
I just
overpaid.
I just feel FIFA, UEFA, and look, blame Jimmy Hill. I mean, Philip, you've told me stories about.
Oh, well, Jimmy Hill.
What was the story behind this Jimmy Hill thing, Philip?
Jimmy Hill played for Fulham. I think it was 1960.
Yeah.
And the maximum wage was £20 a week.
Yeah.
During the season, and maybe £13 a week during the close season. Right. So that's all players could earn. So Jimmy Hill threatened to bring the players out on strike. And I don't know if the strike actually ever took place, but the end result was the clubs gave in and the salary cap was lifted. And that's why when Jimmy Greaves came to Tottenham, I think his week salary was 85 quid a week.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine offering Heung-min Son or James Maddison 85 quid a week to play football?
Now, look, I said to you earlier, Philip, I was watching the 1985 European Cup final last night, and Hill Heysel and the terrible scenes happened there, Philip. Look, football for me has changed so much over the last 40 years. to a sport where it's now sport for the rich people, not the common man, if you know what I mean. Look, we will part this for another day. Just one last question, Philip and Mia. Do you feel the working person's been priced out of football, Philip? Yeah or nay?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the prawn sandwich brigade now are taking over the grounds. Like the lad that turns up in the stand at Tottenham and says, "Right, who are we playing today?" You know, when the real fan is scrimping and saving, maybe going to 5 matches a year a season when he used to go to 10. You know, it's not fair. Ticket prices have got too high.
Yeah, Mia, what do you reckon?
Sorry, I was just doing the thing that you asked me.
Oh, thanks, Mia.
Yeah, the problem you've got, right, is that prices are always going to go up. So there's always going to be somebody who can't afford it. And so that's your problem, I think. But yeah, the prices are ridiculous. I completely concur. But I think that still a lot of fans are going. So I don't know. I think that it's a difficult one to sort of say. I think that yes, prices have gone up, but they're going to go up. I think they will always go up. I don't think it's never going to stand still.
Some people will always have the money. There'll always be a full ground.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but a lot of those tickets, they're tourist tickets. They're sold on the black market, maybe 2 or 3 times the face value. You know.
I get that, Philip. But what I'm trying to say to you is that when you think about, even if it was £10, it could be someone could not afford that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
There's always going to be somebody who's priced out.
Yeah, you're dead right. You're dead right.
I think, Philip and Mia, this is a great debate for next week. I think this subject, and I think we needed your research. Listen, Philip, thank you again for coming on. It's always a pleasure doing the show with you, sir. And Mia, thank you again for being good fun. It has been fun, and look, it is fun between me and Mia. Do get on. We are good friends, so. No, we're not. No.
Can I just say that was really, really enjoyable, that debate. It really was. It was good fun. It was good, done in good spirits. I was getting a bit worried in case I might have to pull out the red card now and again to calm things down a bit. But it was...
Do you want to show people the yellow card, Philip, we had planned?
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah.
I would like to introduce you to Mia. Mia. This is Mia when Tottenham score. No, it's not. Now, what can we call it, Mia? Come on, think of a name for this.
I don't know. I don't know.
Go on, just
Ozzy?
show it up.
Do we call it Ozzy?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go Ozzy. Go on.
This is Ozzy when Tottenham score when she's watching the match with Mia. Is Ozzy when Tottenham score?
Do you know what? To be honest, it's really funny because the dogs actually do bark. When I've got a video of Millie barking when I was watching Arsenal play, and every time they would come on the screen, she would bark. I swear to you, she knows.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, Mia, please tell everyone where they can find and your lovely channel as well, Spurs Between the Lines.
Come over, Spurs Between the Lines. I do all different kind of videos. I do transfers videos, previews. I get people on. I do reviews. I do all kinds of different videos. I like to get people and have their opinions. Have a good chat with people. Really, as you can see, I'm a very passionate fan. I'm passionate about what I believe in, and I've got my opinions. But I like to also hear other people's. So please come on over and subscribe.
And as you can see, she does. Fair play to Mia tonight.
And if you want to support a winner, that's where you go. Winner, yeah, winner. I ain't no loser. I don't accept losing. I've got very high standards.
Dermot, come back.
Thanks for the backup, Philip. Anyway, we'll take that off. David says, "Wow, what a laugh! It has been a giggle tonight. It really has."
Really good.
And then Danielle is asking, what are Philip Dermot and Mia score predictions for tomorrow night? Mia, ladies go first. What's your score prediction?
My score prediction is 3-1. And if you haven't already checked out my video, I did actually do a preview video. So,
okay,
2-0.
And I'm going for 4-0.
Oh boy, yeah.
The Keyless and fun show. You should do more of these, more of Trump Dermo, please. China. Big up, love the stream. Philip, we have a bit of a special stream next Tuesday.
Yes,
I'll let
yes.
you. What we've got coming up? We've got a few shows coming up this weekend before we get into what we've got coming up next Tuesday.
Tomorrow, obviously, we've got the watch. Oh, no, hang on, where's my phone? I put all this on my phone earlier. Now I can't remember what I've done. Hang on.
Do you want me to bring it up?
No, I can bring it up here. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just have it here. Here we go. Right, Friday we're doing a pre-record. We're doing a preview at 4:00 tomorrow, and then we're doing the watch along at 7:45 for the Spurs game. On Saturday we're doing a Premiership Saturday. It's kind of a around the grounds type thing, watching the games coming in. Plus, I think we're going to show an old Spurs game in the background as well.
Yeah,
and that's going to be decided on which one it is. Then the Rugby World Cup final on Saturday night, doing a watch along for that, which is always good fun. Then on Sunday, we're going to move clubs. We're going to do a Manchester United versus Manchester City watch along, just see how the other half live. And then Monday is Newsbeat, but Monday on Tuesday. Now this is what we're on Tuesday at a time.
Hang on, let me get it up, Philip. Hang on, let me get it up. Sorry, I've got this all sorted. There you go.
Have you good? Right. You see there, that's a book that's just been published by Norman Giller. It's a book about Jimmy Greaves and Alan Gilzean. And Norman Giller, I'll give you a brief history of what he'd done. He was the chief soccer correspondent for the Daily Express for 1968 to 1974, after which he went freelance. Now, he's a lifelong Spurs fan. He's been a Spurs fan for 70 years. He's 83 years of age. He's written 121 books in his lifetime, 20 of them with Jimmy Greaves. He was Jimmy Greaves' one of his best drinking buddies. He read the eulogy at Jimmy Greaves' funeral, so that shows you how high up the pecking order he was in the Greaves family. He's coming on to talk to us about his new book, The G-Men, on Tuesday. And we're gonna quiz him about various aspects of Spurs down the years. It's going to be an absolute hoot. We're going to be on for maybe 30 to 45 minutes with Norman. And I advise everyone to tune in and watch this. It's going to be an absolute blast because this guy is a legend.
It's pre-recorded, so it's going out on Tuesday, isn't it, Philip?
Yeah, going out on Tuesday.
And look, and also tomorrow, if you want to see more of me and Philip, we're on Dave's tomorrow, aren't we, at 4?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Premier League, we're going to
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. So the pre-record will go out tomorrow sometime of our Premier League review, and then because we're on at 4 podcast. But I'm looking forward to that. Any questions you want me and Philip to ask, put them in the comments section.
Yeah.
Wilton or somebody like that.
If you've got 2 minutes to spare, just type Norman Giller into Wikipedia and see what comes out. It's wow. That's all I can say.
Well, look, guys, I want to thank you again for tonight. Mia, thank you so much for being a good sport and coming on, having a giggle. It has been a giggle. I've loved every minute of this stream. We're going to do more of these, Mia. We'll pick 2 other players.
I love Chris Welsh, obviously saying Mia's English and Dermo's Irish. I expected the English to win. You're damn right.
I tell you, the next one we should do, Mia, is Ireland versus England. There's one we should do.
Well, that's easy. England are going to win again.
Can I bring England down to earth with a massive bump by mentioning 3 words? Cricket World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I don't follow the cricket. I don't follow the cricket.
You lost to Afghanistan.
You lost to Afghanistan and Sri Lanka.
And Sri Lanka.
Practically out of the World Cup now.
Yeah. Do you know?
And how do the Irish get on?
We don't play cricket.
We don't play cricket.
Oh, right. So you're going to choose things that you don't actually play to
Oh, no, we do play cricket, actually.
We do play cricket.
Yeah. In the Cricket World Cup about 10 years ago. 12 years ago.
Right. So you're just rubbish all the time. We're just rubbish a little bit. So you can't use that against me.
And on that note, we'll finish the stream, I think.
No, we're a better rugby side than you.
Yeah,
we're higher in the rugby rankings than you. But listen, Mia, thank you. Everyone get over to Spurs Between the Lines. We will do that debate, Ireland versus England. That is going to be a cracker. We'll have to get a different. I'll have to be referee, Philip. You can go for Ireland, and I'll be the referee for that one.
Nice. Okay.
Listen, me and Philip are back tomorrow, of course. Everyone good. When are you on next, Mia?
I'll be doing an instant match reaction tomorrow, straight after the game.
Yeah. Right. So watch out for our pre-record. We're on Dave at 4 and watch us for our watch along tomorrow night. Philip, thank you as always.
No problem.
Mia, you've been a star
thank
as
you,
always.
Ian.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant
And
as
everyone
always.
else in the chat who keeps calling me Donald Trump. Nothing. Come on, you
Keep
Spurs.
going. Keep going.
In
Keep going.
Big Ange we trust. Choo. Come on, Mia. Where's your choo-choo? All above the Ange chain.
All aboard the winner train.
Oh, for fuck's sake.